Hi, good morning to everyone. This is RK, lecturer in physics. Again, in previous class, I can explain laws of motion. In laws of motion, what is meant by Newton's first law of motion and what is the significance of Newton's first law. Again, Newton's second law of motion and momentum, change in momentum applications. So, all these concepts are covered in the previous videos. My dear students, what is meant by momentum, linear momentum? It is nothing but the product of mass and velocity. P is equal to m into v, or p bar equal to m into v bar. Again, v bar is a vector. That's why momentum is also a vector. What is the direction of momentum? Momentum is always along the direction of velocity of the body, right? Okay. Also, change in momentum delta p bar is equal to p2 bar minus p1 bar. P2 bar minus P1 bar, change in momentum. And what if P2 bar minus P1 bar is equal to positive? Change in momentum is along the direction of P2. P2 minus P1 equal to negative. Delta P is along the direction of P1. Right? Okay. Next one. From Newton's second law, according to Newton's second law, the external force acting on is given by dP by dt. This is the formula for Newton's second law, general formula. The rate of change in momentum of a body is directly proportional to external force acts on it along the direction of force. Means rate of change of momentum is always along the direction of force acting on the body. Right? Again, this is equal d by dt of p is equal to m into v, since linear momentum p equal to m into v, that is equal. Suppose if m and p both are variable, this can be written as m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt, right? This is basic formula. Suppose if v is equal to constant and m is equal to variable, in this situation, force acting on the body is given by v into dm by dt. P into dm by dt. Otherwise, if velocity of the body is equal to variable and mass is equal to constant, then force F is equal to ma. Force F equal to ma. Up to this, we can discuss in the previous videos. Okay, right. Next one, there is a simple question on one more application here. One of the application. Suppose it is a horizontal pipe. It is a horizontal pipe. Length of the pipe is equal to L. Length of the pipe is equal to L. Area of cross section of the pipe is equal to capital A. Again, a jet of water passing through the water passes through the tube in streamline motion. Means with a constant velocity. Suppose let capital A is equal to area of cross section. Area of cross section of the pipe. L is equal to length. L is equal to length, and rho is equal to density of water. Rho is equal to density of water. Let us consider water entering at the point P, leaving at the point Q. PQ is equal to length of the pipe. What is the time taken by the water to entering at the point P and leaves at the point Q? Say it is T. That means time taken by the water to leave the pipe is equal to T seconds. It is the time taken. Then find what is meant by volume flow rate and also mass flow rate. We need to find out. Volume flow rate means volume of the water flowing through the pipe in 1 second. Volume flow rate means volume of the water flowing through the pipe in 1 second. Mass flow rate means mass of the water flowing through the pipe in 1 second, right? Suppose in a time of t seconds, volume of the water flowing through the pipe V. Volume means in this time interval water can travel from P to Q, P to Q with a constant velocity small v. Volume of water flowing through the pipe in this time t seconds means it is nothing but the volume of the pipe. Here, what is the shape of the pipe? This is in the form of cylindrical, Volume of the cylinder is equal to area of cross section into length. That means V is equal to A into L. Again, sometimes A is also equal to pi r square because cross section is in the shape of circular one here. So, volume of water flowing through the pipe in a time of t seconds is equal to A into L. Okay. Next, in a time of 1 second, volume of the water flowing through the pipe is equivalent to V by T. That is equal to A into L by T. This is volume of the water flowing through the pipe in 1 second. Again, velocity is equal to, as the water is flowing through the pipe with a constant velocity, velocity is equal to displacement by time. Here, what is the displacement? Displacement is nothing but the length of the pipe. So, therefore, V is equal to L by T. Therefore, L by T can be written as A into small v. Here, what is it? In a time of 1 second, volume of the water flowing through the pipe, it is also called volume flow rate. So, volume flow rate is equal to A into V. Keep this formula in mind. The product of area of cross section and velocity is used the volume flow rate. Volume flow rate. Next, the second one. What is meant by and what is the formula for mass flow rate? Generally, the formula relation between mass and density is given by density is equal. Density is represented by rho. Density is equal to mass by volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. From this, mass is equal to volume into density. Therefore, volume mass flow rate is equal to mass flow rate is equal to mass is equal to volume into density. Mass flow rate is equal to volume flow rate into density. Volume flow rate into density. What is the formula for volume flow rate? A into V. Therefore, A into V into and density. Then the mass flow rate is equal to A into V into rho. Volume flow rate is equal to A into V. Remember these two formulas, my dear students. Volume flow rate is equal to A into V. Mass flow rate is equal to A into V into rho. These two are possible when fluid or a liquid or water flows through a pipe with a constant velocity or a streamline motion, right? So these are the formulas for mass flow rate and volume flow rate. So the next one is, there is one simple application. Yes, there is one simple application. See here, suppose a jet of water strikes a wall at certain angle and rebounds. Find the value of force exerted on the wall by the jet of water. See here, this is a vertical wall. It is a vertical wall. And a jet of water strikes the wall. Jet of water means this is a jet of water and it will flow in the form of a cylindrical one. This jet of water strikes the wall and rebounds along this direction. So this is rebounds of the water. Also it is given water is jet of water strikes the wall with a velocity u or with a velocity v and rebounds with same velocity v. Also, jet of water strikes the wall at an angle theta with the vertical. Also here, the reflected jet of water makes the same angle which is also equal to theta. Right? And here, initial momentum of the water which can strike the wall is equal to m into v. Momentum of reflected is equal to m into v also. In the previous class, this momentum will be resolved into two perpendicular components. You know, one is horizontal component, second one is vertical component. Horizontal means perpendicular to wall, vertical means along the wall. So, if v is equal to u means jet of water strikes with the same velocity as the reflected wall. v equal to u aithe change in velocity along the wall. Along the wall, change in momentum is represented by 0. Right? Recap once again the formulas in the previous week or previous class. Along the wall, change in momentum is 0. Next one, normal to the wall, perpendicular to the wall, change in momentum delta p is equal to 2mv cos theta. These two are proved in previous class. Along the wall, delta p is 0. Perpendicular to the wall, delta p is equal to 2mv cos theta. Right? Next one, find the force exerted on the wall by the jet. Therefore, along the wall, force acting on it. Along the wall means it is lying in y direction. Fy is equal to, it is also equal to delta p by delta t. What is it? 0, because delta p is equal to 0. Next, second one, perpendicular to the wall. Perpendicular to the wall means this is like this. This is Fy and this is Fx. Fx is equal to, here also delta p by delta t or dp by dt. That dp is equal to 2mv cos theta, 2mv cos theta in a time of t seconds. Say this. In a time of t seconds, the water jet reflected from the wall. Okay now? Small interval of time t can be represented in terms of dt. For large values, dt can be taken as t. That should be equal to 2 into m by t into v into cos theta. But what is the m by t? Mass of the water in 1 second. Mass of the jet in 1 second. Mass per unit time is called mass flow rate. Then what is the formula for mass flow rate? Mass flow rate is equal to, A into V into rho. Mass flow rate is equal to A V rho. Therefore, this is 2 into A into V into rho into V into cos theta. That should be equal to 2 into A into V into V square into rho into cos theta. This is the formula for the force acting on the wall by the jet of water. This is what direction. Normal to the wall. Normal to the wall means in vector notation it can be written as F bar is equal to Fx in terms of I cap in the sense of positive x direction. Therefore, F bar is equal to 2a v square rho into cos theta. 2a v square rho into cos theta. Right? Are you understand? Okay. Next one, I will explain one problem. So, my dear students, out of all chapters in the first year, laws of motion, it is very important, very easy, and also somehow and a little bit will be difficult. Why it is difficult means, suppose you cannot follow the concept, we cannot follow the total chapter from initial, it is very difficult to solve the problems. If you don't know anything about the force, you cannot solve the problems. Force means it is a vector. Vector means it is having a direction. What the direction of force means? It is always along the direction of rate of change in momentum. That point is compulsory in your brain. Rate of change of momentum should be equal to force. Both will be in the same direction. Right? Okay. Here there is one problem. Suppose a machine gun fires a bullet of mass 400 grams. Mass of the bullet is equal to 400 grams with a velocity v is equal to 1200 meter per second. Initial velocity, say suppose initial velocity v equal to 1200 meter per second, and exerts a maximum force of 144 newtons on the gun. Force acting on the gun is equal to 144 newtons. 144 newtons. Find the number of bullets ejected per second. Let n bullets are fired from the machine gun in a time of t seconds. Number of bullets ejected per second is equal to n by t, or fired in 1 second. See here, it is a machine gun. Suppose from the gun, bullets are fired in forward direction. Bullets are fired in forward direction. Mass of each bullet is equal to m. Mass of the gun is equal to capital M. You know, velocity of the bullet coming out from the gun is equal to u, and so that gun compulsory will be recoil in backward direction. Recoil in backward direction means it moves in opposite direction. Compulsory here, firing of the gun. So seriously, compulsory you should follow the initial concept. Initially the gun and bullet before firing both are at rest, both are at rest. After firing means bullet in forward direction, bullet is moving in forward direction, the gun kicks in backward direction. The firing is the internal effect and there is no external force acting on the bullet, on the gun. Internal forces cannot change the momentum or cannot change the velocity. That's why initial momentum of the system is equal to 0. But when there is no external force, F external is equal to 0. External force 0 ante momentum remains constant. Once again this will be explained in Newton's third law. Right? ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను కానీ no need for this. Okay, right? Leave it. Here F is 144 newtons, m is equivalent to 400 grams, velocity of each bullet is equal to 1200 meter per second. Find the value of n by t and n. According to Newton's second law, F is equivalent to rate of change in momentum by time. Change in momentum by time. Change in momentum is equal. Initially the bullet is at rest. After firing, it is moving with a velocity u. Its momentum is equal to mu. Mu is the momentum of each bullet. And how many bullets are fired? N. And n into mu is equal to total momentum of all the bullets. In what time? T. So F equal to n into mu by t. From this formula, n by t is equal to F by mu. That F is equal to 144 by mass of each bullet is equal to compulsory they will be converted into grams, kilograms. That is 400 into 1 gram is equal to 10 power minus 3 kilograms. That is equal 4 into 10 power minus 1 is equal to 0.4 kilograms. So mass of each bullet 0.4 kilograms into velocity of each one is equal to 1200. Right? This is 144 by 0.4 into this 100 is equal to 40 into 12. 12 ones, 12 12s. Right? 4 10s, 4 3s. 3 by 10. 3 by 10 means 0.3. 0.3. Therefore, sorry. 1200 meter per second, 144 newtons, and mass of each bullet is equivalent to mass of each bullet 40 grams, not 400 grams. Only 40 grams. 40 means 40 into 10 power minus 3. 4 into 10 power minus 2. It becomes 0.04. Why? Because here number of bullets fired per second, they cannot be in decimals. Okay now? 0.3 bullets not possible. 0.1 bullet not possible. In that situation, compulsory the given data must be wrong. Therefore, F by D equal F by N2. This is 0.04 into 1200. 0.04 means this becomes 4 into 12. 12 ones are 12, 12 is 4 ones are 4 threes. So therefore the final answer is 3. Number of bullets fired per second is equivalent to 3. Okay. Pause. Next example 2. It is given. Suppose a body is at rest. Mass of the body is equal to 5 kilograms. Mass of the body is 5 kilograms and the body is at rest means initial velocity. It is given there are 3 forces acting on the body simultaneously. First force is F1 is equal to 10 Newton. F1 equal to 10 Newton due north. 10 Newton due north. Second force F2 is equal to 10 Newtons due east. 10 Newtons east. And F3 is equal to 10 root 2 Newtons. 10 root 2 Newtons along northwest. Along northwest. These are the 3 forces acting on the body simultaneously. Then find the acceleration of the body. A is equal to. This is the problem. F1 is equal to 10 Newtons along north. Compulsory we can indicate the directions of depth here. Suppose it is east, west, north, and this is south. So also let us consider a coordinate system. This is x direction and this is y direction, and this becomes negative x, negative. Compulsory all the forces must be represented in terms of vector notation. Then only we can easily solve the problem. So what is F1 bar? F1 bar is 10 Newtons due north. Due north means along positive y axis. That means 10 j cap. Where j cap is the unit vector along y axis. Next, another F2 equal to 10 Newtons due east. Second force F2 bar is equal to 10 due east means this is in the form of I cap. I cap is the unit vector along x axis. Right? This is F1 bar. This is F2 bar. And third force F3 is equal to 10 root 3 Newtons along northwest. Northwest. Exactly. This is equal to F3. So F3 bar is equal, right, dear students? F1 is equal to the sense of j cap. F2 is in the direction of I cap, but F3 is not lying in x direction, not lying in y direction, so that it will be resolved into 2 perpendicular components compulsory. For our convenience, let F3 it is northwest means exactly in the middle. Means suppose it makes an angle theta is equal to 45 degrees with x axis. So F3 will be resolved into 2 components along this direction. This is Fx, and like this is equal to Fy. Right? Therefore F3 is equal to Fx along negative x direction means minus Fx into I cap. Fy is along positive y axis plus Fy into j cap. So what is Fx? Fx is equal to minus f into cos theta into I cap plus Fy is equal to f sin theta into j cap. ఒకటే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఇక్కడ. Suppose it is a vector. This makes an angle theta with x axis. The component of this force along the x-axis means cos component, along y-axis means sin component, right? దేనితోటైతే యాంగిల్ θ చేస్తుందో ఆ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉన్నది cos కాంపోనెంట్, దానికి పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా ఉన్నది sin కాంపోనెంట్. but fx is equal to f cos theta and fy equal to f sin theta, that is equal to minus what is f? F means f3. What is f3 value? 10 root 2. Therefore 10 root 2 into cos theta is equal to 45 degrees into I cap plus, and again f3 is equal to 10 root 2 into sin 45 into j cap. That is cos 45 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 root 2 cancel. That is minus 10 into I cap plus sin 45 is also equal to 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 root 2 cancel. 10 j cap. Right? These are F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar. Now the net force acting on the body is net force acting on the body is given by F bar is equal F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar. F1 bar is equal, what is this value? Minus 10 j cap. F2 bar is equal plus 10 I cap. F3 bar is equal minus 10 I cap plus 10 j cap. Minus 10 I cap minus 10 j cap plus 10 j cap. So minus 10 I cap plus 10 I cap cancel. 10 j cap plus 10 j cap is equal 20 j cap. 20 j cap. So this is the formula for net force. Again, acceleration of the body is given by a bar is equal to f bar by m. According to Newton's second law, f bar is equal to a bar. That f bar is equal to 20 j cap by mass of the body is 5. That is equal to 4 j cap. Right? What is the direction of acceleration? Acceleration must be along or due north because there is a positive j cap. Magnitude of acceleration is equal to 4 meter per second square. Right? So this is the required solution for the given problem. Okay now. So the next one, another example is the momentum of a body in two perpendicular directions. Next example 3. It is given, observe here. The momentum of a body in two perpendicular directions in a time t is given by px is equal 2t square plus 6 and py is equal 3t square by 2 plus 3. 3t square by 2 plus, okay. These are the momentums of a given body along x direction, along y direction at any time t. Find the value of force acting on the body at a time t is equal to 2 seconds. At t is equal to 2 seconds, what is the value of force? Are you understand? Momentum is a vector. Also it depends on time. On increasing the time, momentum will be changes. Both px and py, total momentum also changes. Right? Therefore, the momentum of a body px is equal to 2t square plus 6. Now let us calculate formula for force acting on the body along x-axis. Fx. Again, you know, Fx is equal to F equal to dp by dt. Therefore, Fx is equal to d by dt of px. That is, d by dt of px is equal to what is the value? 2t square plus 6. 2t square plus 6. That is equal to 2 into what is the value of d by dt of t square? 2t. plus d by dt of 6 constant. Constant derivation is equal to 0. That is equal to 40. It is equation 1. So fx is equal to 40, right? Similarly, what is the value of fy? Fy is equal to d by dt of py. D by dt of py. That is equal to d by dt of py is equal to 3t square by 2 plus 3. 3t square by 2 plus 3. On derivative this 3 by 2 constant into d by dt of t square is equal to 2t plus d by dt of 3 is equal to constant here. Derivation of constant is 0. 2 cancel. This is equal to 3t. This is equation 2. Therefore, net force acting on the body is given by or F bar is equal to Fx I bar plus Fy J bar. Fx means along x direction unit vector I cap, along y direction unit vector J cap. What is Fx? Fx is equal to 40 into I cap plus Fy is equal to 3t into J cap. Again, at time t is equal to 2 seconds, formula for force F bar is equal to t is replaced by 2. 4 into 2 is equal to 8. 8 I cap plus 2 into 3 is equal to 6 J cap. This is the vector notation of force. Therefore, magnitude of the force is given by F is equal to root of Fx square plus Fy square. Means 8 square plus 6 square. That is root of 64 plus 36. Root of 64 plus 36 is equal to 100. Root 100 is equal to 10. Therefore, formula for force acting on the body is equal to 10 newtons. Next, example 4. See here, a body of mass 5 kilogram. A body of mass 5 kilogram. Starting from the origin with an initial velocity of u bar is equal to initial velocity u bar is equal 30 I cap plus 40 J cap. 30 I cap plus 40 J cap. If a constant force of F bar is equal, minus of I cap plus 5 J cap Newton acts on a body continuously. Find the time after which the y component of velocity becomes 0. Find the time after which y component of velocity becomes 0. This is the requirement. A body of mass negligible 5 kilograms starting from the origin with an initial velocity 30 I bar plus 40 J bar. By applying a force F bar is equal to minus of I cap plus 5 J cap Newton continuously. Find the time after which y component of velocity of the body becomes 0. This is the requirement. Y component of velocity కాబట్టి we are having the total velocity. So, which means we are having the final velocity compulsory. Vector form is velocity time relation is v bar is equal to u bar plus a bar into t. To find this final velocity, compulsory we are having u bar and a bar and also time t. Just u bar equal it is given 30 I cap plus 40 J cap, but we don't know the value of a bar. And how do we find out the a bar? A bar is equal from Newton's second law, F bar by m. This F bar is equal to minus of I cap plus 5 J cap by mass is equal to 5. This is the formula for A bar. Substituting these values in this equation, V bar is equal to, right? V bar equal to U bar means 30 I bar plus 40 J bar plus A bar is given by, this is in minus, plus and minus minus 1 by 5 into I bar plus 5 J bar into 10. Or this is equal 30 I bar plus 40 J bar minus t by 5 into I bar minus only t into j bar. I bar का पता करना, j bar का पता करना. That is equal to 30 minus t by 5 into I bar again plus 40 minus t into j bar. ఇది ఏ మోడల్లో ఉంది? This v bar can be written as this is vx I bar plus vy j bar. You know, also it is given y component of velocity becomes 0. Y component of velocity becomes 0 means vy is equal to 0. What is vy? Vy is equal to 40 minus t. So 40 minus t is equal to 0. So always t is equal to 40 seconds. Right? This is the answer. Therefore, after a time of 40 seconds, velocity with vy, vertical component of velocity becomes 0. Are you understand? Next example 5. Example 5. Due to the application of a force, a body of mass m is equal to 100 kilograms moves with an acceleration of 20 meter per second square in the direction of force. Then the magnitude of force is very simple, you know. Due to the application of a force, a body of mass m is equal to 100 kilograms. Mass of the body is 100 kilograms. Moves with an acceleration of a is equal to 20 meter per second square. 20 meter per second square. Find the force. What is the formula? Force F is equal to ma. 100 into 20. That is equal to 2 into 10 cube Newton or 2 kilonewton. Kilo means 10 cube. Kilo means 10 cube. This is one of the formula. Next example 6. Example 6. A force is applied for a duration of 10 seconds on a body of mass 5 kilograms. For a duration of 10 seconds of a body of mass of the body 5 kilograms at rest. As a result, the body acquires a velocity of 2 meter per second. Final velocity is equal to 2 meter per second. Then find the force. Find the force. Are you understand? Once again, are you the problem? A force is applied for a duration of 10 seconds on a body of mass 5 kilograms that is at rest initially. As a result, the body acquires a velocity of 2 meter per second. 2 meter per second. Find the force. Very easy now. Force F is equal to, you know, m into a. A is equal to b minus u by t. Changing the velocity, rate of change velocity. That is equal to m means 5. V is equal to 2. Initially the body is at rest, u0. In a time of t is equal to 10 seconds. So that is 5 ones, 5 twos. 2 by 2. That is 1 Newton. Okay now? F equal to 1 Newtons. Next one. There are some important models are there. They are explained in the next class. Again, my dear students, you can solve the problems in your study material only in module 1 classwork and module 2 homework. Okay now? If there are any doubts, I can explain through WhatsApp or through study hall. Please remember, compulsory you should follow daily from the beginning. Again, to solve the problems in laws of motion, compulsory you have a great idea about vectors. Then only it is easy. Right? Thank you.